Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
You are most welcome to PENDREAM TV, the only channel that brings you the best and latest updates in politics. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell for more updates. Don't just hit the notification, but hit and turn it to all posts so that you'll be notified by any pin drop on the channel. Because we are in the political season and you have to know everything happening in the political arena and in Ghana as well. Thank you. Today we bring information from Bandi Mustapha, the deputy organizer of the NDC, sending a strong warning to the EC boss and the EC officials, not only them but the security service as well, that whatever they are doing, they should be mindful of their action, and they should also know that they are not the only people having their members in the military service, and they have people who are NDC members in the military, and if they push them against the wall, they will trigger the division in the military service and they will see what will happen next. Without much ado, I would like you to join me listening to what transpired between him and Captain Smart on Onua program. Thank you. Stay tuned for more. Please do leave a comment as well. Your comment is helpful to us. Do leave a comment. And don't let your comments be full of insult. Please, let's desist from the insults on the channel. Thank you. Just bring your idea, your view, your suggestion. We are in a democratic world. Show your view. That's all. Thank you.
But I don't know easy chairperson Wahona Bossman Asari between IBB.
Well, it is who being used. And I've just given you information.
Okay.
When we were doing recruitment of returning officers, the law is such that, and I'm happy a former general secretary is here. The law is such that the Electoral Commission will compile potential nominees and would have to send that list to political parties to vet. You hear who you are. Maybe a captain in the dean room. As a captain or a politically exposed or NPP name. When you critique, then it comes back to the commission. Then the commission will make appointments of returning officers. Mm-hmm. They didn't do that. Osman Asari, we have mentioned, basically was calling directors, recruit this one, recruit this one, recruit this one. Captain, and I must say that, and yet the entire Electoral Commission is compromised. The district directors are not compromised. Most of the regional directors are not compromised. The big problem is from the headquarters. Employee, normally the list, NPP list, normally now. You can't almost go and did they do a transparent recruitment of returning officers? The product of this shady work, NEC nullify Wali election. Because Electoral Commission was a supervisor of that election. Is that not so? Mm-hmm. Electoral Commission. And the case
That's right.
How come we incurred irregularities in that election? Yendi election, NPP, primaries. We saw a staff of the Electoral Commission or Tom Printiaba or say for ballot papers.
EC official.
EC official. Are they the same people going into the 2024 election? Captain, then we are close to war. Hey, we are close to war. We are close to chaos. Are they going to exhibit that same behavior at the polls? Where a staff of a commission will be seen Tom printing ballot papers, destroying legitimate and correctly voted ballot papers? Hey, Captain, we are not going into that election. Look, we are going into an election where it is 1 for 1. One human being, one vote. If you are a police officer, I hear that Western North, they've had a meeting there, some of the police commanders. So, we a police in 2024 no, who could protect Bibina, we have a problem and for commanders now. The IGP is the officer in charge of Ghana's election. If anything goes wrong, the IGP will be held responsible. Mark my words, Captain. The Inspector General of Police and the Ghana Police are sharing. So one here about was. He has regional commanders, he has district commanders. On the week of election, those commanders will be in place. If a commander sits down and allows for infraction into security is a compromise and neglect of duty. And I'm a So where is security kaka? When a security man is positioned, I want to be a gateway. Now when BBC, it's neglect of duty. You will be held responsible. So NPP for training crophobia, we have ballot box. We'll deal with those people. We have what it takes to deal with them. Oh yes. The NDC have what it takes to deal with them. And opinion markings, on an election, or Timiya soldier for a constituency to go and intimidate people. I mean, what kind of nonsense is this?
Opinion markings. Majority leader of Ghana's parliament. Even assembly election, I call you. Or the soldier for Timiko intimidating for journalist Central Regional Correspondent. Do we sit in a democratic country and allow people to fester this level of arrogance to power? Captain, what happens to the powerless? So the soldier for call to be aware. What's it?
A military officer holding a rifle is not anything strange. He has the law to his side. But if he does what is not lawful, he seizes jurisdiction over what protects him. A soldier for a when people beat them, what happens? Under President Akufo-Addo, they are soldier for drivers. Those who have excess, use to go and be protecting their lands. They use as bodyguards, soldier, a military officer, Ghana's army, under President Akufo-Addo, who is the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. Kaswa, who can say, yeah, MPP, operative B. A bo soldier in Chokuno. Captain, will this happen? Me, sorry, who soldier who I have seen the Konkoma Dagomba war before.
You have seen it before?
I've seen it before. I've seen what it is. Captain, it took a disciplined, ordered, fortified armed forces to restore order. And I've told upon Pepra before, sir, he's loved by Ghanaians.
Loved the CDS?
Yes, loved by
the soldiers.
He's a proper soldier. Upon Pepra is a proper soldier of the Ghana Armed Forces. He's somebody who is a grassroots military officer. He understands the military and he knows the rudiments of military. And I told him that if he doesn't take care and he follows this government, they will crash the military on his head. Because we are getting to a point where NPP for here they can use the military against the NDC. They shouldn't forget that in that same entity we have NDC people there.
That same military?
Yes.
You have NDC people
there. So when we are pushed, we will trigger a division of the army. When we are pushed beyond what we can take, we will trigger a division.
What's it?
When we are pushed beyond what we can take, we will trigger a division.
Bruh,
they are NDC. They say we are pushed, we have NDC soldiers in the Ghana Armed Forces. And all of them, once you are in a military uniform, you are a property of the state.
That's right.
You are supposed to be protecting the state.
But when the NDC is pushed beyond...
But when we are pushed beyond what we can take, and it is clear, sir, the NPP government want to use the military against civilians. Want to use the military to rig an election. Oh no, I'm telling you.
You create division in that.
You will not wait for President Mahama to give this order.
You will not?
I keep telling you that we've been bent first, we've been bent second, third will not happen. Captain, we'll go into this election and come clean. No life will be lost. The NDC is in the position to ensure that the right thing is done. So I've told upon Petra, said, don't leave your responsibilities to politicians because they will mess you up. These people don't have the support of Ghanaians. They don't have. President Akufo-Addo and his government have lost the support of Ghanaians. So the NDC is going into an election with the support, full support of Ghanaians. Look, anybody who calls you is asking, Mama, what na protect the election? No. Yeah, the better mama. Mun to about the better abana mama. Mumbo humba yon crofo we pursue omuya. What is it that Ghanaians are seeing that all of us don't see? Be it or near discussing issues, near fine-tuning the way forward. No, Omo Jania Koye press conference, PR. And in that PR, Bossman Asari described the errors as honest mistakes. Adia ya transfer within Adia Kobabi. Awunim. Adia wa punish you director in Pusigase wa transfer data without your knowledge. Electoral Commission agrees to say the officer have transferred names without their knowledge, but yet he said they are reasonable mistakes. Captain, we are in dangerous times. Look, the document that we call today as a provisional voters register is not a register. It's not fit for purpose. It's a fraudulent document, a manipulated document, mixed up values. There is no clarity in terms of genuineness. That document cannot represent a voters registration document. That is what the NDC is saying. Now, the silence of the NPP throughout this conversation is more suspicious than ever. For any serious political party a year election, you should be interested that some names are missing mysteriously from the voters register. You should be interested that people are illegally being transferred, but the NPP is quiet. Does that mean that they will be beneficiaries of the potential manipulation? Those are the questions we're asking. Then they say, oh, we are not going to join the call of NPP, but anything, the NDC, anything that will give us a clean, transparent process, we are for it. Is that not double standard and hypocrisy? Captain, Yendi NPP primaries, okay, you see. Electoral Commission, here's Қа tronge. It was a flawed election, rigged election. Wale constituency. Today, you just mentioned it. Again, irregularities, double voting, flawed election. Today, as we speak, about 3 former MPs of the NPP are going on independent because they believe that processes leading to their losing of election was not fair, was compromised, was manipulated. These are the kind of people we are going to election with. People who have developed a strong appetite of stealing everything, everywhere. They want to steal anywhere they get opportunity. And we are saying that Ghanaians have registered. Mubaye, kukrumutina de mubaye. Anya abane etuna de na Dubai. Today when you mention election, NPP is running away. But when you mention stealing, rigging, they are all for it. We will not go into the 2024 election with any compromise process. We will not. That will not happen. So the NDC have called for a re-exhibition so that let all Ghanaians go and see again if their name is there. Because the NPP, the Electoral Commission is full of reasonable mistakes. 2, if they agree that there was theft, there was transfer, there was illegal transfer of names, then why don't we audit the whole system? Because 1, the Electoral Commission agrees when we exposed that some BVR machines were missing. They agreed with us. We said, let us do inventory. They did not agree. Subsequently, you said machine back will be torn or just to say phone. Data idea ye de kotwa will be torn. So how many of these incidents exist that the public do not know? So is it not better in the interest of the Electoral Commission say you better audit? Now Ubia will go into the election with a clean mind. So there's nothing being hidden from the public. So that is where the NDC stands.
Sir, and to when you know, is today, when we accept my proposals, no, say a exhibition for fraud, and I said,
yeah, the employee, okay, a trust and be here. Kenya IPAC emergency meeting.
Okay.
In all fairness, because the things that have been identified, the fundamental fraudulent manipulations are more administrative than operational. Yanko transit. Now all political parties fairly appreciate the issues. Then we can fine-tune through discussions where we stand. Almost say set a scheduled date for emergency IPAC meeting. Even before that set, the Electoral Commission is in the public. Obianta Electoral Commission also it is running. What has it got to hide? Nobody is chasing the Electoral Commission. When we identify the issues, the director of election, Dr. Omanebuama, decided that look, let us be fair. Ța tronge Electoral Commission to draw the attention. So we wrote, say, we will not also give you just a letter. No, because you are not aware of the issues. In all fairness, let's bring our sister parties to the table. Further and better particulars of the issues that we have identified. Then we can resolve it together. The Electoral Commission is on high speed, trying to please the public. When you are morally and integrity deficient in the eyes of the public, look at when Danyao spoke at the Ța tronge forum. Did you see the rousing excitement from Ghanaians? How can you be a referee that no single player trusts you, except the NPP? And Captain, going into this election, Bossman Asare is the single most dangerous element and actor within the Electoral Commission. So I'm here, he will take this nation to chaos. Yes. Bossman Asare is a dangerous actor, very dangerous, exposed, grown appetite to rig the 2024 election, not even the commissioner herself now. Bossman Asare. And I'm telling you, and he thinks that because government has put some 5 soldiers around him holding rifle, he is fortified to rig the election. He's joking. He is joking. Let me tell you. They are joking.
And that's also 2020.
Let me tell the government. Let me tell the government that anybody who thinks or no will compromise an election, nobody will be a president in 2025 out of a flawed, compromised, rigged electoral process in this country. I'm telling you.
Nobody.
And if they are thinking that they will use the military and use the police as they did in 2024, the military and the police, 2020, the military and the police have no absolute control of security orders.
They don't
have absolute control. They only have control when it is lawful. When a commander of an army is engaged in an illegality, that commander ceases jurisdiction to be a commander of an army. He's a civilian. We are commander, now politicians are going into election. And you sit on your responsibility to protect the state. And you side with one person to do what is wrong. When the public sees it and knows it that it is wrong, you cease to be a commander. Captain, this 2024 election, the stakes are very high. Nobody should accept anything than a clean, transparent, credible process. If the NDC goes to an election near Lusu on merit, sir, we'll go back and do our work well. So Ghana force you. President Akufo-Addo have built a very powerful legacy. Here, Juma, you want to yen, you come on the yen, you better my President Akufo-Addo. The NDC cannot do anything. So we decided to say we must actually make a front of water. And now, woman so you better my woman so no a one village, one district, one factory. You better want some that. Woman so near, my Juma ye, you better about my woman. Because the claim of NPP said they have created 2.something million jobs come from one district, one factory. It was spearheaded by Alan Kojo Chirimantin. Okay. So if they decide, say, we'll vote for Avafranto, NDC cannot do anything. But power say they will rig an election 2024. It's a fallacy. The NDC is more positioned to defend the democracy of this country against all odds and get what is right being done. What's not buying what the Bonnier Bokronwa Bomino near election? Are you in a position to rig an election? Against who? Captain, I must admit, we slept in 2020. The NDC slept. Today, we are well awake. But for the NDC, you wouldn't even discuss these things that we have identified. But for the NDC, the public will not even know that the EC commissioners are in bed with the NPP to manipulate a provisional voters register by transferring people illegally. With the full knowledge of Bosman Asare. What is he talking about? Office of Abedina TV, so හැ tronge, and then we would accept hook, line, and sinker. He's a joke.
But who feels a Bosman they pursue William?
Look, he's the one being used currently.
By who?
By the NPP, by government.
The only
Bosman Asare, yes.
is the one being used.
He's the one being used with the IT department. Bosman Asare. I mentioned his name. He is the one. He's a dangerous actor at the Electoral Commission today. Very dangerous person that we must all watch. He's the first deputy commissioner to have had about 6 soldiers armed with pistols and rifles protecting him, being driven by a driver. What has he got to hide? Captain, the governor of Bank of Ghana, has he got 6 soldiers protecting him?
No.
The national security coordinator of this country, has he got 6 soldiers protecting him?
No.
The IGP, who is the commander of all the police force in Ghana, has he got 6 soldiers protecting him? No. What does Bosman have to hide? And the government thinks that, soldier for could be commissioner and deputy chair. You have fortified and protected them to do wrong. Let me tell you, if anybody loses their life because of the negligence of any commissioner of the Electoral Commission, they will be held responsible and liable for that loss. We've lost 8 people in 2020. We shouldn't wait for other people to be killed. Because we'll be called polling station. Now when we deal with one, there will be chaos. Look at the hustle. Centralized registration. We will be a 100 kilometers above a training. Okodu polling stations or Kotuaba. Captain, you need the DFM. Wouldn't there be chaos? Wouldn't there be chaos? And you think we will have the 2020 where a yin crofo sorry near Volta radio will do a yin crofo DFM near a dinner to home? No, not this time around. Captain, not this time around.
Thank you for staying tuned. PENDREAM TV really appreciates your time. Please, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do so for us. Hit the notification bell. Like and also share to other members to watch as well. Please, we are in the political arena and you cannot afford to lose any information that passes by. For that matter, I will urge you to turn on the notification bell to all posts so that you'll be the first to receive any notification or any information that will land on the channel. Thank you.
Mamena PENDREAM TV ase. Now, so far so good. Say open online portal e Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.